Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Aki again, back with another Clash of Clans video. In this video, we're giving away the first gold pass of the 46,000 subscriber giveaway. All you gotta do to enter is be subscribed, like this video, drop one comment to get one entry, max of one entry. Now let's turn our attention to today's video. Yes, it's the quad clone. Yes, it's Mass Dragons, but trust me, there's a little bit of a change. Shout out to one of my subscribers. He dropped this in the comment section of yesterday's video. He's like, Aki, give this a shot. Put a Super Yeti and a Super Valk in the CC. Wait for the Super Valk to go down. You'll get the Rage, and then you can start cloning. The reason with that is we can drop the Rage from our army and add in some additional spells. I put here a Skeleton spell to help out the Queen or Royal Champion. A Poison spell for the CC in case you need it. This is what I recommend for you players that are a little bit more newer to the strategy. If you want, you can drop out the Poison, add in a Freeze. You could drop both these spells, add double Freeze spells. I was playing around with an Overgrowth that worked decently well. What else is there? You could an Earthquake spell to help your Royal Champions Rocket Spear a little bit extra, so I will show that version off too. But let's go into the first attack. Okay, I thought we'd attack this clanmate's base here. The reason for this is so many people ask, Aki, how do you deal with the centralized town hall that doesn't have anything around it? You still attack it the same way, but we want to make sure we can spread out our clone spells so they kind of go everywhere and the Yetis don't just run in one spot. But let's see here. With the Queen's Giant Arrow, I might just snipe out some air defenses. So this gold collector right here looks good. Take out both of those. I'm going to start off, you know what, with maybe one dragon here for cleanup. We're going to go Skeleton Spell, Royal Champion, Loons. Let's get our dragons in here behind to support. Blimp, Minion Prince, everything in. Early Warden ability, make sure everything's healed up. Royal Champion's doing a great job over there. Just going to keep an eye out on this Blimp. Make sure it lands in here. I'm going to make sure the Super Valk goes down early, which it will. And then look, the Rage drops. Poison spell on the Ice Golems. And now the Yeti should be able to go everywhere. I'm going to pop the Minion Prince ability because there was a lot of damage here. And he's alone kind of with just a couple dragons. Bunch of dragons still at the top side. Super Yetis do their job in the core. This is what I'm talking about. They stun. They're great for like resetting targets, so that kind of takes some more damage off your dragons. And now the Minion Prince ability was great because we cleared out this whole compartment with just them. And look at the top side. So many dragons still alive. We still have the Queen up too. This is ridiculous. Very, very strong. I like this version though. Having the Super Valk Rage. Remember, it's a smaller radius, so that is a little bit of a drawback, but come on. You get 2 extra spells to help you out, or just a singular 2 capacity spell, which is fine, but super quick attack. I like it a lot. It's a little extra addition to us, so makes it even more powerful. So if you're good with these Yeti clones, use this version. I think you will be even better. Another sub 90-second attack. But now, let's actually go test this in Legends League. Okay, now let's actually give this army a real proper test here in Legends League. See how we can do. We have an invisibility tower. We have to set that off. We have 2 sweepers pointing away, so that's fine too, actually. I'm not too scared about that. But we're going to focus on sniping this shot out. We're going to go from this top side. Boom, boom. Set that off. Great. Royal Champion down. And now I'm going to help the Royal Champion. Maybe with some deck collectors. Same thing at the top side. Maybe even like 2 dragons or so. Loons. Rest of my dragons in between this funnel. We're going to go like this. Blimp. Minion Prince. Everything at this point. Yes, those sweepers scare me. But I'm not actually too worried about them. I'm going to get the poison on the Furnace. Super Valk has made it here. We're going to start cloning as soon as it goes down. Perfect. Look at that. The Yeti's now going to form back up. And now we've got a ton of tanking. Where's my Minion Prince at? Got to make sure we fire off a solid ability. And I'm probably going to wait for these Fire Spitters down here. Let's see. Actually, we got some Yetis going down there. You know what? Let's just fire it right here. Frost some of this damage over. Even though that shot was not that impressive. Super Yeti should be able to clean that one. Oh, no, it didn't. Uh-oh. That's fine, though. We got a ton of dragons still up. Minion Prince is under Rage cooking. You can switch around like the equipment if you want the Epic Crown. You can put it there, but I feel like it's really not just needed. You were totally fine with the Henchman Puppet and the Dark Orb. At this point, still 2 air defenses left up on the base. Hopefully my Minion Prince could have got tanked for, but now he is going to go down. But it does not end up mattering because we still have so many dragons. The Warden and my Queen up. Got the Henchman Puppet and Booger still tanking. Yeah, this is going to be overkill. We love this. We still have dragons left over. The Queen is just so clutch. The Queen's going to take care of this Tesla for us. And then hopefully we can get some of those dragons to path towards the fire spitter. Even if not, it doesn't end up mattering because of having just a queen alive is great. Hitting a bunch of seeking air mines. But those 2-ish dragons, 3 dragons at the top side, and my queen still is going to help take care of this air defense. Another awesome 3-star. I like the Super Valk edition. Am I 100% ready to say it's like an insanely better combo? I do think if you can get them to land, it is just a little bit. Because think about it. You get those 2 additional spells, or obviously the 2 capacity. I should probably stop saying 2 spells. And then you can play around with it. So I'm going to show now a version of dropping the skeleton spell and adding the earthquake spell in to help your world champion get further. Okay, now we are going to bring in the earthquake spell. Then I'm actually going to drop both of these and bring in a revive spell, which can also be very, very interesting in case, say, you got something going wrong. But we're going to hit attack here. Everything is cooked and loaded. What do we got? So the sweeper positioning, a tad bit scary. If I could get them sniped out, would be nice. So let's see if I can fire a queen shot for maybe this hero hall. We should be able to get one. And then I could attack the opposite side with the other. Pop that ability. We're going to go earthquake spell. Get some additional damage done. And then deck collectors on both sides. Dragons. Let's get them down. Warden. Blimp. Everything in. Poison spell I like for the super minions. That's great. There we go. Now at this point, I just want to land in towards here. So let's make sure that Super Valk goes down. That went actually very far. I'm going to start cloning here because I don't want the Super Yetis just going down. Minion Prince shot right here is probably good. I was hoping to get the Town Hall, but it doesn't really end up mattering because the Super Yetis did their job. Now you have dragons attacking at the backside. Super Yetis, it's the stun. I know I've said it, but I really like it. The chains they do is great. And for bases like this that have that overloaded core, you don't need to land on the Town Hall compartment. Even close to it is fine. But a minute elapsed in this base, and we kind of just fried it. Dragons at the top side. Minion Prince, if it could get that air defense for me, I would be very, very happy, but it's not. Got close, but look how many dragons are alive, guys. This base is utterly cooked. It does not stand a chance to defend itself. Minute 43 seconds still left in the attack. That's just crazy to think about. With how many dragons we have up, should be unfair. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think, dragons, maybe even 13. But another sub 90 second 3-star. Truly ridiculous. Now I'll show it off with the revive spell option that I also like. Okay, here we go with the revive spell. Let's see how we can do with this. Trust me, it is very, very good. This one's more like a mistake-friendly version, in case you mess some stuff up. I don't like attacking right in towards the Town Hall. I want to blimp, actually, this compartment again. So let's see if we can do that. I'm going to go Queen to fire a solid shot off. Perfect. Let's get some deck collectors down to help her. World Champion, I'm actually going to let her take out that Archer Tower and then pop her ability. We're going to go deck collectors down to do some tanking. Let's get the dragons in behind. Warden, Minion Prince, Blimp. Just going to delay for a second here. We're going to let this take some damage. Not too big of a deal. But as we get approach to the multi-gear tower, I'm actually going to deploy the Blimp. Oh my gosh. Learn how to talk, Aki. But that rage drops. Here goes the Super Yetis. At this point, I can revive whatever I want. I most likely usually like to respond or revive the Queen or World Champion. Minion Prince usually tends to survive. Even if he doesn't, we can revive him too. And you know what? I'm actually going to revive my Queen because she can help snipe out some air defenses down here. Minion Prince is doing good, so I didn't need to revive him, obviously. World Champion is probably your other bet that you could end up doing on a base. Like, for me, my World Champion actually, you know what? The World Champion could have been better, but I think my Queen will be able to snipe out this air defense and clean up these outside buildings. We still have so many dragons left up. It doesn't really matter what we had done. Look at the Minion Prince. It's going to survive. Queen's going to be able to snipe out this multi-arch tower, speed up the attack here, but there's still a minute 38 seconds left, so it doesn't even get close, guys. This is really, really good. The next option I'm going to show off is actually with the Overgrowth spell, which is also very good. But there you go, right around that 90-second mark. Truly remarkable. But now let's go test out an Overgrowth spell. Okay, now we're going to try this off with the Overgrowth spell. This one's if you're running into too much damage, your dragons went a wonky path. It's nice to deal with it like that way. But now with our Queen, I'm just going to fire a shot to get an air defense, maybe a sweeper. Now I'm going to attack behind the other sweeper. I'm not going to go right into it. World Champion at the opposite side. Deck collectors on each side here. And then we're just going to get a line of dragons kind of everywhere. Get the Warden ability, Blimp, the Minion Prince in. Pop it in a second, just like that. Sweet. Now we just kind of got to watch out for this core. I'm going to Overgrowth out. That single, it was locked onto my queen. Super Yeti's going to start taking some damage here. I'm going to start cloning them. Perfect. I actually got some Super Valks cloned. So that's a little bit of a mistake that can happen sometimes. If it does, do not stress, because the attack is not all lost. You can still just move on. Those rage spells actually work out really nicely. Pop the Minion Prince ability. And now this Overgrowth's going to wear off, and these dragons are going to run up in towards that single. Minion Prince doing its thing. We still have the Warden with some dragons in here too. They're going to set off the Giga Bomb, which is great for us. Take care of all that area. Topside Minion Prince should be able to take care of the Frosted multi-year tower. If it wasn't Frosted, like it is now, it's going to take down my Minion Prince, but not before it gets it out. At this point, it is just clean up my Warden. Might actually go down here due to this multi-arch tower, which is a tad bit unfortunate, but hey, it's just a multi-inferno left, and we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dragons, if I'm not mistaken, and a henchman puppet helping us clean up. Overgrowth. What do I think? Well, if you find yourself struggling that you see there's too much damage, it is kind of a free eternal tome, if you know what I'm saying. You can take that damage away from yourself, so if you need it, you're struggling with it, use it. I personally like the Poison Skeleton combo, Poison Earthquake, or the Revive. Any of these are great, but I want you guys to use what's best for you. What fits your style? For me, I can make any of these work because I'm so confident with the quad clone, because that's what you're actually relying on. The Super Yeti, Super Valk combination, I also like a lot. It makes the dragons even stronger with those additional spells. But let me know what you guys thought. Remember to enter for the first gold pass. I do really appreciate all of you. Let's get to 50K soon. Thank you so much for everything. Peace out, guys.